All aboard!
This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 73. Coming back at you with that good stuff. This time we talk about empathy and how to handle a customer satisfaction call. How to keep the numbers high. And we break into a conversation about finances. Chubby's about ready to make some moves. Pelon has to keep up with the numbers, but he's doing it again. He's doing it big. This is that good stuff. Calling you out, doing what you can't do. Oh yeah, and we've got an opinion about that too. And this is episode 73. Pelon and Chubby, doing what we do. Check us out.
Activate.
It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
And we're live.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show. I am Rick Salas.
I'm Guy Murray.
And together we are
Pelon and Chubby.
Look at that. We got it in stereo now. Almost like twins.
Cello.
We're twins from another mother, right?
Yes, sir.
Twin. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. You remind me of me in that getting in trouble at the home front.
It was kind of different, kind of tough times.
Yeah, the guy went through a little bit this week. We're not going to dive too much, but we are.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We'll get a hot seat.
That's what we do.
Again.
So it reminded me of that when my brother was little, we were living in the dorms in Chico. We went to Chico State. And he goes walking by my dorm room, and I hear, "Rick, help." And I knew he was going to be in trouble because earlier there was this asshole didn't even go to the school. He was just trolling the dorms to see if he could pick off any weakling chicks that had zero confidence and zero brains. So they're in there, and everybody sits around and watches community TV because most people don't have a TV in their room. So everybody's sitting there watching TV, and the guy's like flipping the light switch up and down. And so the light switch, the great electrical system that they had in the dorms, the light switch actually controlled the outlets, which controlled the TV. So
Okay.
he thought he was being funny and just turning the lights on, trying to get a little attention. And he flipped the light switches on and off. So the TV kept turning off. And so all the girls are watching their show, and they're, complaining that this guy's being an asshole, right? So my brother, Captain Save-A-Ho, steps in and says, "Hey, can you stop doing that?" And they're trying to watch TV. So the guy, obviously, being the asshole that he was, and obviously not a member of the university, he was a member of whatever prison he just got out of.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he was that special, right? And my brother comes walking by. He's like, "Rick, help." So I go running out there, and they're squared up in the middle of the street there, ready to throw. And him and his buddy, and there's a little crowd around of the dormites, and they're all out there in the street. So, of course, I got to step in because this guy was, he looked like he'd been out on the weight pile in his local prison.
Okay.
And was kind of yoked up, and, he was like either Samoan or some Filipino of some sort.
Okay.
But he looked like that swollen version, the roided out one.
Okay.
Anyway, so I step in. I'm like, "Hey, it's not that big a deal, The girl's trying to watch TV. Can you chill out? Yeah, it's all right." My brother didn't mean nothing by it. Well, the other guy is like, "Or what? What the fuck you gonna do?" His buddy, right? So I turned to him. I'm like, "What's the problem, man? Can't everybody just get along?" I tried the Rodney King, Mm-hmm. And the other guy, all yoked out Asian, fires on me and just hits me in the side of the head. I wasn't looking that way. Hits me in the side of the head with a right that dazed me a little bit, you know.
Oh, man.
But it didn't put me to the ground. I did one of those down to a hand.
Catch yourself.
You know, catch myself, right? Yeah. And while my head was spinning and I was seeing stars, I get, the only thing that crosses my mind, the only thing I could say was, is that all you got? So dude turned and took off running.
Damn.
And we couldn't catch him. But my problem is, I get socked in the side of the head, right? Mm-hmm. Why all these other little dormites couldn't, like, you know, nut up and help me out? We had like 10 dudes against 2 of them. Not one of them, not even my brother that I was defending, not one jumped in to help me out.
Oh, man.
So it was me against these 2 dudes. And for some reason, by me saying, is that all you got?
Yeah.
They turned and ran, which I was very happy that they did because I was seeing stars.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So the long way around the block to get to the point of the story is I hear a guy during the week, Rick, help, which is his yoked out wife trouncing on him. You want to leave? You want to leave? Where do you want me to take you? Gets launched from his house. Can I come over?
Come over. Can I sleep on the sofa?
Hey, I'll tell you what, my buddy Danny, douchebag Danny,
yeah,
he's camped out many a nights. Actually, he called me and said, can I stay over your house? I'm getting kicked out. The old lady's going crazy. So I said, yeah. Well, the fool didn't leave for like a month or something.
Dang.
So Kathy was like, is he ever going to leave?
Is he ever going to leave? Do I start charging him rent?
Yeah, so our house has been the landing spot of many fallen to the wayside crows.
Come on, have a place to roost for a minute.
And my thing is, like, one day if I ever need it,
I better have some place to fall.
It sure would be nice for somebody that, you know, I bailed out at one time.
Come back around.
Yeah. Throw me a, you know.
Throw me a little life boy. Save me a little lifesaver there.
A little love, and you know.
Oh, man.
So I went on the 4-day skid again and found myself with my toes hanging off the edge of the building at work.
Oh, no.
Yeah, with those thoughts of maybe life isn't for everybody. Coming from my buddy Larry Bubbles Brown.
Right.
Maybe life's not for everybody. So right before I took a dive, I said, hey, maybe tomorrow will be a better day. Went in today, broke the drought, the 4-day drought.
Okay.
And nailed one for $37,000. So I'm at 9 for, I don't know, hair under 200,000. So I guess it's funny because they send out the weekly updates on your numbers and all that. And I see my goal inching up every time a new one comes out. It's like, so I went from 9 to 12 to now it's 14. So I'm only 5 away from my new goal.
Okay.
Until the goalposts get moved again.
I like that, though.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I don't mind shooting for the stars. You know, what the heck? And then I got to get to 300 grand's the number, and so I'm at 200.
Okay.
So another 100 grand, you know, in a week and a half or whatever it is. I think I might be all right. Okay. I might be cut out for this shit. I'm starting to get used to it. I got my flow going.
Got a flow going, and just feeling good about yourself. So that's
a little bit better, yeah. I don't see a mass suicide in the future.
Wait, what's a mass suicide? It's just
right.
A solo
If I'm
shot.
going, the whole
going down. If I'm going, you're going.
Yeah, I'm not going alone. Fuck that.
I like that. That's for real. Right. I like that.
So then it's funny because I was getting ready to leave tonight, and the guy next to me started a week after me. He's already at like 13 or 14.
Okay.
And you listen on the phone, you're like, how the fuck's that possible? Right? And so he's like, well, yeah, you know, this whole script thing they got, fuck it. It's no good.
It's no good.
I'm going to tell you what I do, and it's worked on every single one. I talked to 2 people, and guess what? I sold 2.
That's all.
Everybody's talking to 200 people.
Damn.
Or not talking to them, but dialing 200 people. Because very few people pick up, especially during the day when people with real jobs are at work, you know?
Jobby job.
So he's like, yeah, I just tell them that's a government program, which... Okay, so here's the thing. the creditors get a bailout in the form of a tax credit against their profits, which everybody does. Like if you were to invest in shitty stocks and it went nowhere and you lost money this year, next year you could write off the loss on your taxes against whatever you earned.
Okay.
Right?
I'm with that.
So businesses do the same thing. They claim all their losses, whatever you don't pay back, right? They claim that against their profits. So in a sense, it is a government bailout in a way because they're paying less on their taxes. So can you technically call it a government program if it's not, what do you call it? Government sponsored and run? Can you call it that if the only reason you're calling it a government program is because the creditors are getting a tax credit? I think it's a gray area.
It's a gray area. That would...
Like people on the hero loans at one time.
Oh, I remember those.
We're calling that a government program.
Yeah.
Which technically it's not. It's a private company. Nobody even knows that. All those green loans and all that stuff that are supposedly government-backed loans, the bullshit, they're not.
Right, they're not.
They are absolutely 100% not. If you're doing solar and you're getting a hero loan or some kind of loan like that, it is a private company that is funding that.
Yeah. And
under the guise that it's a government program.
I heard a new one. It's cosmetic dentistry.
Oh yeah.
They got plans. They got ways, and they say that you get a cosmetic dentistry grant. That's the website, cosmeticdentistrygrant.com. And it's just a big old scam employee to get you to try to fix your grill.
All this shit is, man.
Saying it's
and like,
a grant.
Have you ever heard of the Care Card?
Oh, yeah.
By Synchrony Bank?
Yes.
So they give you a little time where, interest free.
Right.
So you can pay off your dentist work, doctor work, prescriptions, that kind of stuff. But then they politely raise it to 26%.
26%. Just politely.
Right? Yeah. So, and everybody's like, oh, I can't give up my, I talked to them and I'm like, you got a $3,000 care card here. That's 20-something%.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay it off anytime soon. They're like, oh, I can't, they're really nice to it. I can't give up that care card. And mostly women want to keep their cards,
Keep your care card.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? If those people are really nice to you, they'd give you the money for free. So they pretty much don't give a shit about you.
They don't give a
right. And maybe, do you have stock in the company or you have family that works there?
Nope.
I mean, what's your tie to these people? Do you have anything, any kind of little chunky nugget of information that you can give me that makes what you're saying make any sense to me? And obviously not, but, I can't give that up. Well, you can't pay it either, obviously. I mean, you've shown that you can't.
I'm like, okay, so let's talk about finances. Can we?
We can.
Okay.
We can absolutely.
I'm in a position right now. I mean, I've got the reins have exposed some repairs that are seriously needed.
Oh, and you're speaking to a certified debt specialist.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a license, state of California.
And I'm a big proponent of not increasing debt. But I can't. These repairs are going to require a line of credit.
And what repairs are these?
To the house. I got a lot of we did a lot of fascia stuff, new windows, garage door, replaced the old wood panel door.
You told me you were doing the garage door, dog.
What?
My buddy that did these doors, super cheap.
I got super cheap
forever.
I got super cheap. I got dirt good. I got good. But she was.
Hey, remember the old specials out of the back of the truck?
Yeah.
What do they used to call it in living color?
Homeboy channel. Yeah,
the
homeboy shopping channel.
Yeah, but it was the homeboy hookup or some. I don't know.
They would come through with the homeboy shopping channel, and they would give you benefits. But so I'm at a point where I've exhausted the loan that she took out of her 401k. She got the car, she got the glass, she got the...
Which I think is very, very smart.
It is smart.
Move on her part.
Yeah, because
taking it out of the 401k.
Yeah. So we used up that, we cashed on, used that, and got a lot of things done, but now there's the bigger ones, like roof.
So, okay, perfect. Your roof.
My roof is on fire.
You can get a new roof that will hold in more heat and air so that it's not coming out of your roof, and it's green.
Got to have a green roof.
And it's green as far as...
material and all the...
Right, so it falls under the new environmental stuff. So you can actually get a loan at a very good interest rate for your roof. Plus, you have equity in the house, so you can always take a equity line that is at a very reasonable rate and do all the work and just pay it back or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's very reasonable. Just you have to do a smart loan, and if you're not in single digits on that loan, absolutely do not do it. You have to be in single digits for sure. Otherwise, and the beauty of that home equity is you can write off the interest at the end of the year on that on your taxes.
Yep.
So anything that you need done, get it done, but get a good deal on it. Obviously, check around, get a good deal, and then I would say the equity line is your most beneficial route.
Yeah, I'm at the point that's where it would be, because I can wipe out all other debts. I turned a couple investments and I can cash out, but it's like I'm at $10,000 for a roof and I've got a wall and I just want to do some other things.
That's a complete tear off and new roof.
Tear off and do.
What do you have?
I got the
shingles?
The shingle, yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. That's easy. $10,000's even a little bit on the high side.
You think?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for a shingle roof.
Yeah.
I think you should come in about $7-8 grand. You got to hire some Mexicans. Fuck that.
Do you know people? I know people that when they want to feed their families, they get out there and start doing the work, and then they get shoddy. You pay them, and they never show up.
Yeah, well, I believe you got to have a contractor.
Yeah.
That way you can fuck with his license if he doesn't behave.
Yeah, and then the city, you got to do all the license checking with them too.
Yeah, permit. You want to permit it,
right? Yeah.
Got to do something the right way, dog. You can't do it all shady.
Right. Oh, you know what? I didn't start a watch party, but I think we're doing pretty good. We got a couple.
Who's out there? I can't see. I think I saw. Check on there. Can you see on yours?
No, I can't see who was watching you. Damn it, man.
I think Brandon Perry or Sean Perry, one of the two, was on there. Give me a little Michael Davindo.
Something Brown.
He's always there.
Is that Nadia or Nanette? Natasha? Nanette. That's
Nanette
it.
Brown.
Hi, Nanette.
Hey, she's a faithful, man.
I love her.
She's our road dog. She's always there.
$2 a month Patreon.
Who?
That's what, yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Well.
Some of these people need to start.
Loot up.
A couple bucks a month. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. All right. So, finance is tough. I posted online. I don't know if you saw it.
I did.
But I posted if you're, having trouble with credit cards, you're having trouble with high interest rate loans, and that's like Lending Club, Prosper, Best Egg, all that. If you're doing any of those, please stop. You're going to get in a vicious circle, and you're never going to come up for air, and you're going to drown financially. Stop.
I hear you.
All right. I will handle it for you, and we'll get a settlement on all your accounts and get you debt-free fast. Yes, there's a fee, but don't worry about it. I'm using their money, the money that you're not going to pay them, to pay the fee. So you're fine. And I'm not taking all of it. I'm only taking like 20% of it. And it's not even me. It's a stupid company, but whatever. The bottom line is you're going to be debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Debt-free, you won't owe anybody anything, and you're only going to pay those fuckers half of their money back or less.
That's the best part.
I can't guarantee the less, but yeah, so if you got any problems with that, shopping bug, former drug problem, whatever, cash advances at the casino. Let's flush that shit down.
Flush it down.
Let it go. Just shake it out your fingers. Shake it out your fingers. Just let it go.
Let it go.
We'll get it out.
What's up, Jim Walker?
So other than getting launched from the house this week, and then say somebody give us a little thumbs up or some hearts or whatever the fuck they do. What is that?
Thumbs up, hearts, whatever. Even wows. I like wows even.
Yeah, on the sound. If you can hear.
I'm sure we sound good to you.
The sound.
Yes.
On the podcast, it's delicious. I can hear it. But on the live for Facebook, I want to make sure you guys can hear perfectly fine. It's not like I can do shit about it if you can't. But, hey, how come you're only off to the side a little bit?
Oh, because I was chilling. I was leaning.
Oh, you got the
I got the
homeboy lean going?
Homeboy lean on. Lean on.
So
when you're not
let us know if you can hear all right. Just give the thumbs up.
And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. I called Rick to help me out on this tough spot.
Hey, that sound is so close to the original, they might mute us.
Might mute us. I hate when that.
Oh my God. A guy, he called and he's like, hey,
Rick, help.
She threw me out of the house.
Let me get off the phone before she hits me with this car, man. I was dodging her in traffic.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh shit, she's coming. No, really, she's coming right at me.
She's coming right at me.
She's going to run me over. I got to get off the phone.
And it was, that's the second time I actually taken flight and it was raining.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did the homeless people...
Yeah, you know what? I don't even want to think about that.
That's the worst
Yeah,
thing.
there's so many homeless people, and they're in the rain, and when it's not raining, it's getting down to like 35.
Oh, it's cold.
37 degrees.
Yes.
It's like, fuck, man. It used to bother me. I'd see them come in with their backpacks and shit to Vaughn's, right?
Uh-huh.
And the problem with that is there's a bunch of people that steal from that store. So they treat everybody like a fucking thief in there.
Yeah.
Especially me. I come dressed in there like I'm a fucking homeless motherfucker, right? Because when I'm not working or I'm not in, whatever, I don't care how I look. I'm not trying to fucking score nothing, I'm like, whatever, man. I come in there like trash. And so they look at me like I'm going to steal something. I'm like, motherfucker, you know what? You can check my Vaughn's card and see how much I spend in this
I got
bitch,
points, baby.
right? So you need to leave me the fuck alone. Stop looking at it like that. But I used to be like, oh, that motherfucker's stealing shit, and it costs us money, and it raises the prices of it. You know what? At this point, now that I see what they go through, the cold that they're in, even if they brought this shit on themselves, I feel so bad for them, man.
But as far
Fuck
in every place I was at, you might get a couple nights of warm meals in a cot if they take you and lock you up.
Yeah,
just steal, do it.
Yeah, fuck it, just steal all you want, man. Fuck it. We'll figure it out.
Break
later.
stuff.
Their insurance covers losses anyway.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I know it sounds like bullshit.
Sorry, we're not like condoning.
No, we're not. But
just,
at the same time, these fuckers are like,
get off the street.
They're they just want to eat.
And they just want to eat.
Or they might steal some shit to sell it to get some fucking what's that? In Oakland it's crack, but what is it here? What do the white people do? Meth.
Yeah, that's their drug of.
So they're probably gonna sell it and buy meth, but fuck it. Who are we to judge
right?
it, man?
If
If you lived in a fucking shoebox out in the trees,
you got to have your lift.
you're probably gonna want a little something to fucking take your mind off of the shit. I mean, that's not. I'm one of those assholes that really does judge people. Like, you look like an asshole. Like I can walk down the street and be like, oh, that dude's a fucking asshole. I know for sure.
You can tell.
Right.
He don't want to be bothered with nobody.
Right.
But I had a conversation with a homeless person, and it was very inspiring, very thought-provoking, and at the same time, I learned quite a bit.
In the event that you become homeless?
In the event that I might become homeless. Right. I know all the places where I know a good place for free toiletries and socks. And it's not a church or one of those gifting shelves or whatever. Pretty decent spot to go pick up some free toiletries and some socks.
Really? They give it to you for free, or
they give it to you?
You
for free.
take it for free.
No, they give it to you for free.
Oh.
I know. I'm on the take, but yeah, they welcome you and they'll feed you and they'll point you in the right direction. They've got resources and a list of other places too.
Right.
I was like, man, I know there's help out there. If you want help, you can go get it.
Right.
But
a lot of them don't.
A lot of them don't. They don't want it. They're off the grid. Even though they're in plain sight, but they're off the grid. They don't want to be messing with nobody. They'll turn some trash cans over, collect their little cans. They do their little griff, and they keep on moving.
Yeah. Because they want you to be, if you're going to get help from these places, they kind of want you to be clean, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you
can't come in there all twacked out.
Can't all twacked out. You can't be, So here, brother, clean yourself up. Pick yourself up.
So
take some toiletries and some
what's
socks.
nuts is you could really like walk in any retail store, any grocery store, any kind of store. You could actually walk in, grab something, and walk out, and there isn't shit they can do about it. They can't grab you. They can't. Once you're out of the store, they can't do anything.
Hi, Kathy.
So it's kind of like, it's crazy. So, I mean,
I mean,
But people don't know that.
They have loss prevention, and some of the bigger places they do have security and
right. But they can't do shit to you. Once you get to that door, they can't touch you.
No, you got to. Some of you actually have to get out the parking lot because you're still on their property.
Wow, well, whatever.
But if they come out and pursue you, they can't make you. They can't tackle you and can't put their hands on you.
Yeah, the store will get sued, and if the person gets hurt. I got hurt stealing from Vaughn's.
I broke into Rick's house and I was almost out the door with the TV and I broke my back.
I got a lawsuit pending.
My back, my neck, my jack. I got
I'm
a judgment.
I'm fixing to get a settlement.
A settlement.
On the count of I was stealing. What happened was?
What happened was, I wasn't stealing. I was just renegotiating terms.
I just needed it for a minute, but I was going to put it back.
Yeah, I was renegotiating terms. The term is I put it on account. I put it on account that I didn't have any money.
Out of nowhere,
and then
this big white motherfucker tackled me.
I saw him. He looked kind of shifty, and he caught me
right
out the corner of my eye.
Sneak up on a motherfucker like that. And then I broke my fibula.
And from here to here, Your Honor, my
sorry, I think your fibula's in your leg.
From here to here,
sorry, it's in your leg.
Oh, I mean my femur. Yeah, my femur.
So I'm fixing to get
I'm about to get locked up.
A settlement.
A settlement.
And I'm gonna get me a brand new car.
Give me a C class. C class.
Justice in America.
It's time. Justice.
It's
the long arm of the law.
There's a point in life where you would hope that society would give back, but these motherfuckers have taken it a step further. No, we're gonna take it back. We ain't waiting. We're not waiting for you to give it back. We're gonna go ahead and take it back.
Take it back. We don't even call it repossession. We just gonna take that back.
It's called our entitlement.
Yeah, we entitled. We're tired of waiting for reparations, and we're tired of waiting. So I'm just gonna walk over there.
Hey, the Lord giveth, and we taketh.
The big print giveth, and the small print taketh away. I learned that one just the other day.
Hey, you know what I blame it on?
What do you blame it on, Rick?
I blame it on our government and our school systems, because a lot of folks weren't taught to read properly, and there ain't no way they can read that small print. So they don't know what they're getting into.
I'm steady listening to the announcer dude just speaking real fast on the microphone. And you understand what you want to, because and don't forget to dot the I's and cross the T's.
Now Mark can hear all that.
I hear it.
But us non-handicapped folks.
Say what now? Where do I sign?
What are you saying?
And you do contracts. You understand contracts and everything. I will not sign. I won't even read it, but I'll look like I'm reading it.
Right.
And so
So you're like that motherfucker that opens up the hood but doesn't know what they're looking for?
No. Here's what I'm cautioning for. I'm not reading it in detail. I'm pausing. I'm waiting, committing. The impatient motherfucker that's trying to bend me, to force me to do it, I'm going to let him show me the finer points of what I really need to pay attention to.
Right.
Well, I see you have some concern about this. So what you need to do is take notice of clause number 4, section number 2 right there. So if you fall behind on your payments, this will negatively affect you. Oh, see, thank you for explaining to me. Sign that shit right away.
Hey, you got to ask them, like, show me the part where I really get fucked.
Yeah, no, which one of these? Because if I'll skip that one, I'll use a fake signature on that one just to get through the process. But
when I grew up in the car business, they used to call it a 5-finger disclosure.
Okay.
So you'd put the contract out in front of the person, and then all the parts that you didn't want them to see,
you cover them with 5 fingers.
Just want to sign right here, right here.
Yes,
that was the 5-finger disclosure.
Yes.
Right, and then,
my goodness.
And then, you just sign. Folks, I'll go through this whole contract with you, but it's probably going to take about 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, or you can just sign.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll go ahead and sign.
Can you explain something to me, though? Why does the sign, book, and deal part of the car sale take so long?
The signing part?
why does it take so damn long?
Because there's been so many lawsuits over the years that they have shit out like 20 new forms that you have to sign to cover the dealership's ass.
But why?
I
found it
before you
on the internet.
What's that?
You ain't got to sell it to me. I found it on the internet. This is the price I wanted. Let's go do it. The paperwork.
Oh, that part? Look it. Here's the basic rules. All right.
I went in and what was Tuesday. I came out on a Thursday.
All right. Well, here's what you got to look at.
And the car wasn't ready.
Watch. Here's how it works.
I'm listening.
For the people that don't know.
Listen.
If you
you're going to learn something.
If you walk into a car dealership,
okay,
and you pay what's on the window, you will have the most pleasant experience ever. It'll go fast and easy, and might even buy you lunch. Now, if you come in and you say, "What? I would never pay that." All right, there needs to be a disclosure right at that point.
You're in trouble.
If you don't want to pay that, which I don't blame you, I wouldn't want to pay it either. But you're opening up the negotiation process. So if you want to save the most amount of money possible, don't bitch on how this thing goes.
I ain't
because
bitching.
it might be a little tough to take.
It's going to be tough.
Just imagine if somebody was reaching in your pocket trying to take money out of your pocket. You might squirm a little bit. You might even fight, okay? So you're walking in. The manufacturer, not us, says, this is what the car should sell for. Who are they? They're the only ones that fucking built it, right?
Right.
It's only the assholes out there that say, no. It should be this price. Consumer Reports, True Car. Who the fuck are you? You don't even sell cars. You just give your asshole opinions, right? So they say, no, you should pay this. Really? So do you take into consideration, fucknut, who you're taking the money, whose pocket you're taking the money out, whose kids aren't getting fed, whose mortgage isn't getting paid because you don't want to pay a fair markup? Look, you walk in the grocery store, you don't ask them, excuse me, but what's your profit margin on this loaf of bread right here? Wow, that's entirely too much.
That's entirely too much.
I won't give you more than this.
Nope.
Well, why is it that in the car business, when you're buying a car, you're privy to all that information? What's our profit? Well, why don't you get a couple $1 million by your own fucking dealership, and then you make the prices?
So here's with that being said, and you've been in the car industry for quite a long time. All I want is a car. You can try and sell me on the travel package, the wheels, the undercoat, and the spray and the destination, and blah, 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 blah. I came in here for a car. I want to get a car. I don't want to make this process long. I'm not going to change the price.
Let me ask you this, sir.
I'm not changing the price.
You're going to pay you pay the sticker, fine.
Let's do it.
Now we got to go in and do all the DMV paperwork.
That's some bullshit, right?
DMV
takes forever.
No, you have to do the dealership has to do all DMV paperwork for you.
Right.
Because you're paying the fees right there.
You're paying the fees.
You have to show proof of insurance, all that stuff. So they do that. You actually do that in there. Also, they're going to offer you an extended warranty. Just like when you go to Best Buy or any of those places, they offer you extended warranty. Now, most people are so short-sighted that all they want to do is get the fuck out of the dealership and not spend another dime. Those are the same people that probably don't have any retirement, have never thought about the future, never really paid any attention to that, and they think it's just, oh, fuck, I'll deal with it when it happens.
Right.
Well, on your car, the warranty that comes from the manufacturer, you really need to understand that warranty. That warranty is 3 years or
30,000.
That or needs to be the size of a building because most people don't see that. They only see 3 years or 3 years and 36,000 miles. No, most people in California drive 12 to 15,000 miles a year.
Yep.
And even more if you're commuting from, like, say, here to San Diego or La Jolla like me.
Yep.
So you're actually going to go through that warranty in less than 2 years. All right, so let's think about that for a minute. So now it's really only a 2-year warranty, okay? So if your salesman had told you when you're out looking at that brand new car that it came without a warranty, what would you say?
Oh.
Fuck no, I wouldn't buy it. Okay, so
What do you do?
so if you wouldn't buy it when the car is brand spanking new with no miles on it, why are you so willing to drive it 2 years from now with miles on it and more chance for breaking down with no warranty? Why? Because you don't want to spend another dollar today. Do you know if you buy it 2 years from now when your warranty is going to go out, that they're going to take it back to the day you originally bought the car anyway? So why not put it in your monthly payments for a smaller amount and pay for it monthly?
Right.
Here's the thing. Consumer Reports said people are stupid.
In those words, basically, people are stupid.
People are stupid. So if somebody offers you a warranty, extended service contract, say no. Why? Because they don't feel like you're smart enough to figure out which warranties are good, extended service contracts are good, and which ones are no good, and what the right price to pay is. So they said, fuck it. Instead of challenging yourself to do your homework and find out what a good deal is, just say no.
Okay.
All right, well, Consumer Reports, did you happen to post an 800 number for that fucker that can't afford it because your bullshit advice?
Nope.
And 2 years from now, 3 years from now, their engine blows, transmission goes, and they got to pay $5,000 to get it fixed, and they can't afford it, and they can't get to work, they can't make any money to pay for this car? Who the fuck's going to help them then, Consumer Reports? Smart fucking people with your advice?
Maybe a small advocacy group that...
Nobody's going to help.
Nobody.
You. You're on your own.
You're on
All
your
right,
own.
here's a story right here.
Here's
this
a
little
story.
girl comes in and she buys a car.
About a girl named Sadie.
And she sits in front of me and she says, yeah, I can't afford any more than that. I said, ma'am, honestly, you can't afford not to have this. If the extra $12 is really going to make a difference in your budget, you shouldn't even be buying this car, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But you can't afford it. Look, at $12 a month or a $2,000 bill in the shop. What sounds better to you? Nope, I can't do it. I already said I wasn't going to spend any more money. I can't do it. No problem.
No problem.
I just need you to understand that you don't have any warranty, after the 30 days or whatever it is. Because she was buying used cars, right?
Yeah.
So I get a phone call, not even a year later. I need your help.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pull up your thing. Oh, aren't you the one that I said you can't afford not to have this warranty? I know.
It's hardcore.
Well, my car's in the shop and they said my transmission's no good and I can barely afford the payment on the car and insurance. I can't afford $2,500 for a new transmission.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you would have had the warranty, you would have been able to pay $100 and had a brand new transmission put in your car. But at this point, you said no, and there's nothing I can do for
12 times.
Are you sure? Are you sure there's nothing you can do for me? And I was like, no, I'm sorry. Then she calls me back. It had to be like a week or two later. And she says, I'm getting ready to lose my job because I can't show up to work because I don't have a car to get there. And I'm like, wow. As bad as I feel, there's nothing I can do. If you would have just, and then they're going to repo my car because I can't work,
Can't make the payments.
And then I got maybe another month, and then they're going to kick me out of my apartment because I can't pay my rent because I'm not working. I can't even go and get another job because I don't have a car to get there.
Right.
And I'm like, man, you're making me feel so bad. I want to pay for it myself, but I can't. And I gave you the option. I would just wish you would have really thought about it and took my advice, man. For $12 and $100 deductible, you could have been riding around with the new transmission. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. And they would have gave you a rental car. And so she's like, and I never heard from her again. So I used to tell people that story.
That's saddening. That is saddening.
Yeah, when they would sit in front of me, I'd be like, there was this young lady that said, I'd tell them the story. And then they would say, man, and some of them would almost cry,
Yeah.
And they said, well, can I ask you something? Sure. Is that a true story? I said, of course not. But it could very easily be.
It could be you. It could be you.
So don't let it be you.
Yeah, right. Okay, so here's a question. I heard about this a couple of times. Oh, it's buyer networks or buyer this or whatever, buyer direct groups or whatever, and they negotiate
bullshit.
Best cash deal, $1 over invoice.
Bullshit.
We come in there and we represent a buyer's network.
Bullshit. Any donkey could go in and work a negotiated deal.
Any guy can.
Anybody. All the information's online.
Buyer's network.
It's very easy. But do me a favor. If you're going to go through the trouble of going online, finding out what they pay for it, finding out what a good deal is, all that, and you might as well just go to TrueCar, but don't pay. And don't go to the dealership that they tell you to go to. fuck them, go anywhere.
Right.
But at least you'll have a price that people are paying for the car, and you're going to get a reasonable price. Are you going to get chiseled down to nothing? Probably not, but you'll get very close. So it's an easy way to do it yourself, you know, but be nice to the people when you do it. Don't fucking steal their money and be an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you're going to take their money from them and give them and buy a car from them and give them a super shitty deal, just because they sell a car doesn't mean they're getting all this mass cash from the manufacturer. A lot of times they're not. And a lot of times the people that are helping you out are going to make $100.
I'm trying to steer
all this time.
I'm trying to steer this conversation around finances, so we can talk about the deal that.
Bring it, dog. I got it all in my back pocket.
California is not getting the high-speed rail system,
Right.
so we're saving money. But now Trump wants.
They're just going to put it somewhere else.
Trump wants to take the money back, the 3.9.
Yeah, if we're not using it for what it's intended, fucking take it back.
Take it back.
Right.
Give it back.
We're not using it.
Man,
You know, put it to something else.
we can put it towards.
Put it towards the wall.
No, we could put it towards raking the leaves in our forests.
I still want to be in charge of selling the advertising on the wall, man.
I think we should have a
Tell you what,
committee assigned to raising.
Why can't we?
Pass the hat.
Why
Advertisement. Let's put stickers on that
can't we
motherfucker.
advertise on that thing?
We still put some stickers on it. I have a bumper. I have a plate, a gold emblem. Pelon and Chubby contributed money for this wall. It would pay.
It would be cool because all the people coming over the wall will see the places to go shop when they're here.
Yeah, there you go.
We're redirecting their money.
I mean, I hear so many different arguments about for the wall, against the wall, and you know, I'm afraid of not having a wall now. You know, walls don't work.
Let me ask you this:
Talk.
The money's going to be spent regardless, so don't forget the money part about it.
Forget the money.
Because
The
you know what?
effectiveness, is it a waste?
Hey, trillions of dollars disappear daily in our government.
I mean, they could have did it. It's sitting there slush fund. I mean, the 9/11, so much money was lost. It ain't nobody worried about it.
So
Nobody worried about it.
They're going to have to cancel a couple parties at the White House.
Ain't nobody's even worried about it.
That pays for the wall. So stop with the money play, because technically that's not your money anyway.
Right.
So tell me good reasons why. Is it inhumane to build a wall? Should we make it easier for people to sneak in the country?
Well, see,
Are
that's
there
the whole
justified
thing.
reasons
That's the
for
whole
building
thing.
it or
Not
not building it?
building it.
How does it affect human beings and everyday people like us? How does it affect them by not building a wall or building a wall?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The arguments for or against it, they don't add up to the reasons of why getting a wall.
Or why not?
Or why not? So I mean, so we're on a fence. We're stuck on a fence. We can't fall or teeter
We're
either
stuck
way.
on the top of the wall.
We're stuck on top of the wall.
Here's my thing, and this is going to apply to everything. I'm glad you brought this up.
Let's do it.
And it goes back to that one statement I made before. If you're going to make noise, have a purpose. Don't just make noise to be heard, because all people are going to hear is nonsense. So if you're going to protest, if you're going to make a statement, if you're going to put it out there, have it be a good reason, a justifiable reason. Why don't you want the wall? Why? Give a good reason. Why do you want more rights for gays? Why?
Okay.
Why do you want all these extra shit? What are you fighting for? Do you understand what you're fighting for? Is there a real reason for what you're fighting for?
There's reasons and then there's consequences. When you give, then you're going to want, we'll say when you give in to someone, they're going to want more. Mm-hmm. But if you resist, they come to an agreement or a compromise.
But why do you want it in the first place?
A wall offers resistance, temperance for
security.
Not a formal barrier, because you can go over a wall, you can go under a wall.
Because look at the last thing we want is a Mexican fucking coming in my house or in my property.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. All the illegals and they're raping and they're
Those fucking illegals, man.
They're raping and I was like, and they're taking our jobs. I was like, wait, with all the raping and the kidnapping,
how do they have time to work?
They got time to work. That's their job. They're getting paid to do those illegal things that you're so afraid of.
That's why, you know what? Don't justify.
So use
just build the fucking thing. If you think it's going to help,
build it. You think it's going to help? Just build it.
But don't try and justify it.
No, so that's why. I didn't have to do this.
And then the people that are protesting the wall, don't just protest. Don't just be against it because DT, it was his idea.
Yeah,
don't hate just for that. Look, I talked to this old man, and he's earlier tonight, and he's a rancher up in the northern far parts of California.
Okay.
He's in his 70s, and we're discussing. He found himself in a little debt.
Okay.
$50K in debt, right? So I'm gonna help him tomorrow get out of that.
Okay.
But he asked me a question.
What did he ask?
Old people don't have no filter.
They got no filter.
And he says, "Boy," and lucky I wasn't black. "Boy, are you a Trump supporter or not?" I said, "That's a very good question, sir. I would say I'm not a Trump hater, but I'm not quite a Trump supporter because I don't have to like the man. I just have to like the job that he's doing. And as far as I'm concerned, he's doing a pretty good job considering."
All things considering.
And he said, "Considering what?" I said, "Considering the amount of grief that he's getting from these people, some valid, some not, but if they would just leave the man alone, he could probably get more done. But it's about time that this country has been run like a business and not like an admiration society, greasing people's palms and
right?
stuff. The dude's not even taking a salary.
He's setting up all these other deals, man, for his business when he's done.
He hasn't set up nothing for himself. He may have helped a couple friends.
He's got his whole family hooked up, laced up.
But they don't give a fuck.
Those
fuckers got money anyway. Ivanka, come on. Does she ever have to work in a day in her life? Look at her lips. Come on. She never has to do anything. The kid, they got the golden spoon, right? They're taken care of.
There's personal.
He doesn't have enough money to take care of them.
There's personal interest there for him, no matter what he's doing.
Whatever. There's always going to be. He's going to come out of this thing, nice and clean, and making some loot. But he isn't doing like some of the presidents in the past have done.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Bush is 100%. Look at your homeboy, fucking Barack. That motherfucker is intertwined into the medical. Insurance, pharmaceutical, like a motherfucker. Watch what comes out.
No.
Watch what comes out.
Sorry.
That motherfucker is intertwined like a bad dog.
How?
Boy.
He doesn't own any pharmaceutical
You
plants.
make it where it's a law that you got to have health coverage. You don't think he has a little fucking chunket in healthcare companies?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
You don't think the former presidents had it, the piece of the auto insurance companies when they made it a law? You had to have auto insurance? Holy fuck. Are you kidding?
Not the presidents, not the congressmen.
Why?
I'm thinking the lobbyists. The lobbyists are down there.
Well, who do you think they support?
They pushing it up.
Who do you think makes money when the lobbyists win? Huh?
What was that movie?
Come on now.
What was that movie? It was the cigarette one about passing the cigarette law.
Mm-hmm.
That one was an eye opener for me, and that's how lobbyists work and push man.
Have you seen the video on credit cards?
Oh,
you need to watch that motherfucker.
No, man. I know how credit works. Credit.
Hey, that guy. He said, "Why are we doing 5%?"
Yeah. He's doing 2%.
You seen that one?
Yes.
Oh, that motherfucker was smart.
Oh my gosh.
And so you know what they set up for losses, for credit card losses for companies?
What's that?
2%. Mm-hmm. Do you know what it's been for the last 40 years? 2%. Mm-hmm. How fucking genius are they? Is that the master plan of all master plans?
Listen to this. The big thing now with the cards and the card companies, not mileage, cash back.
Exactly.
Use your shit.
Hey.
Cash back.
So listen to this.
Double cash back.
I'm not saying nothing about people in Mississippi, Alabama. But I just want to tell you something.
Atlanta.
I talked to these old folks out there, and I said, "Oh, you got the Synchrony Walmart card?" Yep, I love that card. Well, why is that? Because when I go to the gas pump, I may be getting the accent wrong, but it sounds a lot like that.
It's pretty convincing.
So when I go to the gas pump and I pump gas, they give me 5% back on all my purchases. I said, okay, well, let's do the math real quick, man. I'll do it for you. Probably not your strong point. But so how much gas is you? Well, most of the time I can go maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks on one tank of gas.
Right.
So let's figure this out. So you're spending roughly $100 on gas at the pump there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And you're saving how much? 5%? Well, yeah.
That's $20.
5%.
Oh.
10% would be $10.
10%, yeah.
So you're saving $5. So, ma'am, because you're saving $5 on a month by using that Walmart card, you're okay with paying 26% interest. Now, not being a mathematician, but getting back 5% of your 26 don't seem like a very good trade-off to me. I'm just saying. But I love my Walmart card.
I love my Walmart card.
Ma'am, are you familiar with your debit card from your bank? Yes. Well, are you aware that that debit card functions the same way as that Walmart card? You plug it in, and it charges your card. And guess what? You don't have to pay back any money. It's money that's in your account. Mm-hmm. So if we take some of that 26% you're paying to these banks and deposit it in your debit card,
yep,
you can buy more stuff at Walmart and put more gas and get way more than 5% back. So what is we doing, man?
What is we doing? What is we doing? You're listening to Comedy Talk with Hart. We got on finance. We got on finance. You know,
but hey, who can make finance?
It's a business
funny?
deal.
Huh?
Hey, nobody can like we can.
Not like we can.
Who can make you think about the interest rate?
Who can make going to a job and spending every penny that you make on bills and shit funny? We can.
We can.
It's a sad, sad thing, man. You know, you work your ass off. Like my buddy was telling me today, he got his court order or notice of
wage
child
garnishment
support, for child support.
Okay.
And which, you know what, man? You made the fucking kids. You got to pay for them, dog. That's my belief on that shit. You got to pay for them. You know, don't try and be that fucking ditching daddy and not pay for your kids, man. They deserve for you to take care of them, whether you can stand their mama or not. They deserve for you to take care of them properly. So don't be a deadbeat fuck. All right, so you know, he told me, he's like, yeah, how much do you think they're taking? I got 2 kids. I said, probably like $500-600. He said, no, 800, right? Mm-hmm. So, well, the motherfucker only gets after taxes $1,200 on each paycheck,
right?
So I'm like, whoa, how the fuck are you gonna pay that? It's like you ain't gonna have shit left, you know. And I know it's $800 a month. It's not $800 each paycheck, because come on now. But still, so he gets $1,200 net, and obviously he's gonna be making more later. But as he makes more, the amount goes up. If she goes back to court. So let's just say for right now, it's $1,200 net. They're taking $800. He's got $400 left every 2 weeks.
And then here's the biggest kicker, because he can't even claim those payments on his taxes.
Only alimony.
He can't. Only the alimony. And she's already using the kids for she'll beat them to the punch. She'll file early and use the kids as the
you know,
deduction.
the sad part is she's using that $800 to buy condom for the next dude to fuck her.
For the next dude. I hit that wrong. I got 2 kids. I'm paying for it now. But yeah, that's a bad deal. That's a bad deal.
Hey, you know those sheets that her and her boyfriend are laying on now? I paid for them.
100, and I got the good ones. I got the 1,000 threads.
That's Egyptian,
The
bitch.
Egyptian dog. When it cracks up your booty hole and everything, and it tears up a terrace, and it rears you up right in your asshole.
My ex is getting fucked on the sheets I bought.
Yeah. That's a tough dealio. Tough dealio.
It hurts.
So painful.
It hurts.
So painful. And even when he's giving it to her hard and she's choking on the pillow, those are my feathers, man. Those are my duck
Get off
feathers.
that pillow,
Those are
fucker. Get
duck
off.
feathers. Those are
Don't
mine.
lay on it.
Don't lay on it.
I bought that motherfucker.
So, okay, so in my outing, I'm gonna go back to that real quick. When I was able to put all of my stuff, my
What's up,
clothes,
Filthy?
I would put all my clothes and stuff in 4 55-gallon bags.
Nice. Ghetto
But
fab.
Ghetto fab.
That's
And
ghetto fab luggage, we call that.
I had a Samsonite garment bag, doubled up, and my Roland quarter. Is it a quarter? Yeah, it was the quarter bag. And I had all my nooks and all my stuff.
I got you.
I mean, I still have computers and all that other stuff, but I was able to get in there.
Hey, just hold the bag of quarters so it looks like you're going to do laundry.
Yeah, I'm on the way to do laundry.
They don't know you just got kicked out of your crib.
I know. I walked out. I don't
Whatever,
get kicked for shit,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Look.
Where do I take you?
Hey, when you're the one packing your bags, you got kicked the fuck out.
Well, so I mean, I'm serious. The ultimatum.
You're not the front, huh?
Hey, the ultimatum. Where do you want me to take you? I was like, you know what?
Hey,
Sanchita.
But to be fair, you did pack your shit before it came to that.
I had it packed. I was ready to go. I was ready to go. So
you brought it on yourself.
Well, no, it started changing the tone once she started me packing.
Right.
Well, where are you gonna go? Wait, you. Does it matter?
About?
Why?
Why
do you want to know?
2 thighs that make me warm.
I'm gonna go put nice big ones to put my head on so I can sleep one night. The tone started to change.
I'm gonna go find me somebody that appreciates me.
No, I'm gonna be somebody. But you said you'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
You don't need me.
You don't need me.
You kicked me to the curb, remember?
Wait, you're leaving a little happy. Why are you leaving so happy?
Yeah, you start tap dancing. Today's gonna be a good day. All that shit I wanted to dip in, and I don't have to worry about it now.
That's right.
I don't have to worry about you hunting me the fuck down with that tracker you got on my phone.
Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. What's that noise? Beep, beep, beep.
Hey,
that's old girl. That's old girl right now. She's outside.
They told him he wasn't in slavery no more. Boy, did they lie.
You should see those chains, baby. Should have seen those chains.
She got the electronic fucking shackles on you. My phone would be in the fucking ditch in the gutter. I'd smash that motherfucker so fast if I had a tracker on that.
It's willing full sharing, so I can turn that off when I want to.
Right.
And I did.
Why you got it off?
Why you got to know? Why you want to know? Where are you at? Why?
It ain't your business no more.
You done me. You kicked me to the curb. I'm out of the curb.
You opted out of the contract.
Paperwork on Monday.
Why are you asking? Talk to my lawyer.
Talk to my dude. I had paperwork drafted one time.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't balk. She wouldn't sign them, but
yeah.
So we done the Rocky.
Hey, have her served? Did you ever served?
We've done the Rocky. I had my buddy serve his dumb ass. He walks up. You might want to. And I was like, just give her the fucking paper, man.
That's your opportunity.
I'm in the cut, like.
Hey, that's your opportunity. You've been served.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm in the cut. Just give her the paper, man.
I'm sorry. You didn't say sorry after, but you've been served.
You've been served. Gotta go, neighbor. Oh my gosh.
You've been served.
So we did a little everything, not a nothing about nothing. That's almost good. So
what's that? How long? The who?
The who? Them guys. Yeah.
What's that? I can't read. I don't have my glasses on.
Man, can you see that? Okay.
What are we at?
Hour.
Hey, so we need some like class participation and shit, really. Who's that? Is that Trent?
Is that Trent? No, that's not Trent.
Yeah, it is. I think so. I can't see that far.
Trent James
Northcutt. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Better late than ever.
Timothy Lagunas.
That's Filthy. Timothy Longtain.
Longtain.
That's my homeboy. from Tracy.
Where do you got a nickname like
Filthy?
Filthy.
Dude, if we had time, I'd tell you the stories.
Woo. Woo, shit.
But if there was anybody that deserves the nickname Filthy,
That's
that motherfucker right
there.
Like he used to sell when we had the who's that?
He said,
what did he say? Okay. So he would show up to work. He was one of my salesmen at Tracy Motorsports. So we did, bikes and jet skis and boats.
Yeah.
Anyway, this motherfucker would show up.
You told me about that guy.
In penny loafers with white socks. Right? Board shorts. Right? And a button-up white shirt.
That's my dude.
Hey, and not pressed, but wrinkled as fuck, right?
Right.
And a white shirt, and then he wore glasses, and then he had all kind of scruff growing out.
Wow.
And not like a full beard when it was cool to grow a beard, but just scruff.
Okay.
And I'd be like, God, dog, man. But he would come in and he'd sell bikes, so like people would be like, how in the fuck you let him work like that? Well, he's selling.
He's selling. He's
and if
producing.
people want to work with him looking like that, well, what the fuck am I going to say?
What can I do?
Right? So he was dubbed, and then not to mention his car. I put you all on Front Street, dog. Sorry. But his car, he had fast food wrappers that would come up to like mid-calf.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Have you? Yeah. So he was dubbed, and I think it's the appropriate name, Filthy.
Damn.
We just call him Filthy.
Damn.
And that's my neighbor, Filthy.
I like it. My neighbor.
Yeah, so that's the short story. We got a lot more stories, but
I'm at a point where if I did something dramatic, I don't know what to chalk it up to.
Now, what do you mean dramatic?
Like I
drastic.
like something drastic.
Like what?
Just
Leaving the old lady?
Yeah, something like that, or just picking up and just like disappearing. I'm not.
Right.
Damn,
Like
where'd he go?
Let me ask you this.
I go off the grid. Just go off the grid.
Let me ask you
I know
this.
where to get some toiletries and socks.
But why? Are you afraid? You scared?
I'm not afraid or scared
All
of
right, well
anything.
then.
I mean, Russia's going to be pointing nukes at us if we put any more missiles in.
No, but I'm saying
Europe.
like leaving the old lady. Let's get back to that.
No, I'm not leaving the old lady.
Oh, you're not?
No,
Let me ask you this. Like when you see like just a silhouette, like a shadow of her, do you like, does it like, fuck that bitch, man?
No, it's a strange thing. I'm a strange relationship monster. It's like I get attached to things,
Right.
And I've said the "I love you" word and everything.
Right. Well, I hope so. After this long, you got a couple of
pups and everything.
Yeah.
Commitment.
I would think.
It's the fonding, the younger of the heart or whatever.
So when it gets to the point where you see her shadow and you want to fucking sock it, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just
then I think the love is gone.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many things that were set up in the beginning that we was like, no, we're we're not. We're gonna.
But how long do you stay and what do you stay for?
That's
you
what I'm
stay
saying.
for the kids.
You're done. I mean, it's past that. It's beyond that. It's past that.
No, I know, but I'm saying in relationships.
Yeah.
Do you stay for the kids? How long do you stay? What are the reasons? What's the right reason?
Right reason.
For staying? Is there even a reason that's worth it? Is it too much trouble to not be with that person? Is it worth going through the bullshit, staying with the person?
Oh, happy birthday, Sidney Poitier. I just thought about that.
Is he still alive?
92.
Wow. He definitely didn't eat soul food.
Well, he's like Caribbean,
whatever,
Black Caribbean, like okay, but like couples that have been together for so long and then they get divorced late in the relationship, and and then you're like, why?
I think at some point they're like, well, here's an example. This guy I was talking to for a while. He was a trucker. And he had some debt and he wanted to get it all cleared up. And his wife came home one day and said, I want a divorce. He's like, what? We've been together for 30-something years. And he says, I think she just wanted to get out there again and see what's going on. So I gave her a divorce. I don't care. It's fine.
He realized how much money he was saving.
So he gave her the divorce. He said, but the crazy thing is, she never left. She still lives in my house. Right? So he said, it's fine because I'm on the road all the time. I never see her anyway.
Right.
So I'm good with it. We were together for 30 plus years, so it's all right. So we were getting ready to do all the contracts and all that stuff, and we got along good. And he's like, Rick, I got some good news and I got some bad news. I said, what's going on? He said, the good news is that my ex, the one I told you still lives with me, she inherited a boatload of money. Now, it's not mine because we got divorced, but she told me she'd give me $40,000 to pay off all my bills. And I just got to pay her back $1,000, a month until I'm all paid up.
Huh.
Right?
So my truck is now paid and clear.
So he don't have to pay nothing back.
And I just owe her $1,000.
And he said, as far as paying all his credit card debt and all that, which he says is from her anyway, right?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, she gave him the money. So he said, the bad news is I don't get to do the deal with you. And I really wanted to. You're a very nice guy.
Shoot.
So I was like, you know what, man? Whatever works best for you works for me. So,
right.
What I lose today from you,
I just learned.
I'll get back from somebody else.
And I can share the story. And
right. So it's no big deal.
No big deal.
But it's funny that they're still divorced. They still live together. But she felt like she needed that to feel like she was still alive, or he's out on the road so much, maybe she don't get the attention, and she feels bad going to get attention from somebody else if she's still married.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, there's probably a lot to it.
There's a lot to it. People that grow apart, grow back together.
But 30 years?
Yeah, because I'm almost at the 30-year mark myself, and I almost like wrote her off in existence, and when I was away or whatever,
right?
Like you lived 2 lives. People didn't even know I was married,
right?
And yeah, so that really ate at her and everything, and she lives with that. But she keeps bringing it up, so I don't know. You gotta let that shit go.
You gotta let it go.
It's gonna eat you up.
If you're gonna work it out,
work it out.
You gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
That's part of the deal. Like, you can't torture somebody for the next 30 years for something they did. Yeah, they fucked up, but make the decision.
Right.
Either be with them and accept him for the piece of shit that he is, or fucking leave him. But don't remind him that he's a piece of shit every
stinking day.
Let him have some fucking breathing room.
Let him drive.
He's the one that has to live with the piece of shit.
Let him drive the car. Yeah, he's got to keep it going too. He knows he's got to tweak.
You can't crush him completely. You can't just have some when you want some and then fucking shit on him the rest of the time.
So yeah, you guys just find a balance.
Be sensitive.
Be sensitive.
Be sensitive.
We look good. We feel good. This is Pelon and Chubby. If you want to call in, now's not a good time, but
maybe next
always hit us up on our websites, on our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter, even Pelon and Chubby .twitter.com.
Is it?
Yeah.
And you can. Hey, we gotta get these people used to typing shit in.
Type it in. Just look at us. Look for us.
Hey, where else can you go where people write jokes on the spot?
Nowhere.
We'll write you a joke
right
on
here,
the spot.
On the spot. We offer that. We offer you
and it'll be your
solid
joke.
Advice.
Your joke. You'll own it.
What's up, Patty? Oh, Kimberly. What's up, Kimberly Corbin? I don't know who that is. Kimberly Corbin. Kimberly Cohen.
K. What is it? K-A-K-O?
Code. Yeah, I can't see it. Coding. But we have, knowledge between ourselves.
Do we?
Our experience on many subjects. Yeah. And we have expertise to share with you guys.
Anybody got a deal on Viagra?
You're still looking for that?
I could use some Viagra.
Hey, they've got this generic.
For hymns?
For hymns.
What I got for hymns? Who does that commercial?
What's the extended one?
Snoop?
Snoop Dogg does the for hymns.
For hymns.
For hymns.
My neighbor for hymns. We got something that's gonna get you up and grow your hair at the same time. For hymns. Mm-hmm. Go out and get you something, my neighbor. Are you really gonna buy shit that's medical if it isn't weed from Snoop Dogg fucking advertising it?
Well, when Rick and I retire, we're just gonna sit back and make cat calendars and memes all day.
Yeah.
Memes, baby. We're on memes.
I didn't even know what that meant. I don't even know if
I'm reflecting on an early episode when we had our Cast the Chick, Cast the Hoe on the show, and she had to school you on what a meme was.
and you know what? I don't know if I still know.
I still don't know.
Like,
Even from
what
that,
it really is.
From that ass whooping I got handed to me, I still don't know.
I mean, what I don't know what the real definition is
of a meme.
If anybody has a real definition of what it means,
you know what? I like the timeline. I like when things go back and forth. Usually you get political, or just when you get someone polling something. But when they say you're trolling, like saying stupid stuff, trolling. I don't understand all this stuff. Memes, trolling. I just want to be. I want to hear your side of something. So I'll ask a stupid question.
All right. So last week we got in. We didn't get into it, but we had a discussion. And so I was telling you we were in this training at work.
Right.
I told you about it. Mm-hmm. And it was completely worthless. It was like these two guys telling each other how great they were, and then they all sound like they were gay. And I noticed that that's like the new thing, is like they're, and I don't even speak the language. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like, what are they saying?
What are these words?
I don't understand it.
What are these words coming out of your mouth?
Like these millennial, whatever they are.
Yes.
Right? And so they're at work and they're like, oh my God, and like, and this is what you, and that motherfucker. And like, okay. First of all, a professional like training meeting, there shouldn't be like fucking F-bombs flying across the room and then and shit every other word. And dude, you're a professional. You're at your job place. You shouldn't it shouldn't be all that. And then everybody sounds like they're a fucking pole smoker. Like that's the new like accent. And they're not even gay. Oh no, I have a wife and kids and stuff. Like, well, why in the fuck do you speak like that then?
That's the art of negotiating. That's the sound.
Why are you sending out these false fucking signals and shit to everybody?
So you know that I'm sensitive,
but they
and
all
care,
sound the same.
And I care.
I'm like, you know what? I told Kathy, I said, no, that's bullshit, man. That's not fair. They should be required to wear a shirt that identifies them. Like, I'm a cocksucker.
Oh,
I'm gay.
This guy right here.
I'm not gay.
I identify with
but I do
punani.
put it in my wife's butt.
I'm in the punani. I like the punani. I like the punani.
But that should be required in the workplace now.
An identification badge?
Yourself.
Yeah. No.
Show me your cock card or bush card. Which one do you got? Which one do you carry?
Come on.
I'm serious, man, because I'm in these. Dude, I'm in these.
We've become so sensitive
and
stuff. Rick's still trying to figure everybody out.
Like, oh my God. Well, look it. Don't ask for extra rights and shit if you don't want to be explored. Look, you put it out there that you're a fucking cocksucker and that you deserve extra privileges and rights and stuff, that you shouldn't be discriminated against.
Right.
When in actuality, if you didn't have that fucking accent that you're working with and all those fucking tendencies and dress all snappy and shit like that,
right.
then nobody would even know. And guess what? You'd be treated normal. Imagine that.
I'm dying, man.
You would be treated normal.
Rick, give everybody the side eye. I heard you lisp. What the fuck?
You would be normal. No, you wouldn't be normal.
Everybody would
think you are.
Yes.
So you wouldn't be given any shit. But when you come in the room, you're like, oh, my boyfriend, we went out. It was so magical.
I have a problem, and I'm in customer service. I'm good at my craft. I'm great. I'm a great listener. People like to hear that. And then I repeat back their problems so that they actually know that I have been paying attention to them. That's a learned skill. And it's very applicable. And I do it on every call.
All right, easy, Don.
But some people aren't as receptive of these small things. They don't care. They just want the problem fixed.
Oh.
So I recess to the...
That's what I just said, stupid.
Yeah, I'm right there. Yeah, click right there.
Fucker, I'm the one with the problem. I'm the one that told you. I know it already.
Okay.
You don't have to remind me.
Yeah, so here... And I do.
So, yeah, that's what I struggle with on a daily.
No, they say I don't have enough empathy, but I'm like, I'm giving you 100%. And one call resolution, and you want empathy? Well, how do I
I'm sorry
being
if
more
I can't,
empathetic.
if I can't create warm and fuzzies about your problems.
Warm and fuzzy about your problems. I fixed your problem.
If they're my problems,
you
I
brought
probably
it
have
to
some
Tony.
empathy.
Tony, fix your problems.
Yeah.
I got you fixed, eh? And
Hey,
so,
if I had your problems, then maybe I'd be a little more empathetic.
Yeah,
but I have no fucking clue what you're going through.
I have
Nor
got
do I care.
the
I just need to
answer.
sell you this shit, or I'm going to get fired.
I got the answer to your problems. I'm not
see-
supposed
hey,
to relate to you.
You see this cream you rub on your head every night to relieve the stress that you're going through? It really doesn't work, but you're going to feel like it does.
You're going to feel great.
And as long as I sell it, guess what?
gonna
All my
feel
problems
better.
go away. I could give a fuck about yours.
But Rick, do you use the same wax as I do? No. Nope. Nope.
Do you wish one day you could just say all the shit that you're thinking? You know, like
do
anytime
that.
everything, we do that here.
We do that right
But
here.
if you could do that like every day, just walking down the street, and I'm sorry, sir, but do you smoke pole? I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
I don't know. The clothes you're wearing and that little accents that you're flirting with leads me to believe that you do.
You're a smoker. I'm telling you.
Just curious.
Yes, sir. You was a smoker. I admit it. You listen to people's conversations, but you make up your own opinions, and you already have all their answers figured out, right? You personally do that, don't you?
Are you kidding?
I got this.
Dude, I can sit on a park bench for like 4 or 5 hours and just laugh. Like laugh.
These
Like
losers.
watch people walk by and
These
like,
fucking losers.
oh my God.
That's right. But I don't cast any judgment. No judgment.
I'm just noticing.
They don't have it figured out yet.
I'm just noticing and pointing it out.
Like,
That's all I'm
right?
doing.
Right.
Like one time we were up in Stockton. Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Yeah. Miserable.
Yeah.
So we were up in Stockton because that's where they have the San Joaquin County Fair. Have you been to the Del Mar Fair?
I've been to Del Mar.
All right, well, imagine the polar opposite.
How polar? Oh, Stockton. Yeah. Oof.
Right. Like beautiful people walking around and really the real beautiful people in Del Mar don't actually show up to that piece of shit. But the second tier ones show up and they're fucking hot, right?
Right.
So just imagine you're walking around there. Okay. Well, the polar opposite are in Stockton.
Okay.
The inbred motherfuckers that
So they
wear the
take
fanny pack still.
They
and-
take Temecula, flip it on the ground, and throw some.
Like if they could afford it, if the city of Stockton wasn't bankrupt,
Right.
they'd all be in short little yellow buses.
Sickness.
Right. So we go to this piece of shit. I don't know why every year because we feel like we got to do the fair thing.
It's a.
We don't live there, but we live in San Joaquin County at the time.
Right, okay.
So we got to go to the fair.
Gotta go to the fair.
So we go in there and we're walking around and we're like, the whole time we're like, holy fuck. Because we've been to the Del Mar Fair many times. So we're over here at this thing and we're like, fuck, wow. Like, this is the most ghetto fair I've ever been to.
Yeah, okay. No.
Like, just terrible.
Terrible.
Like,
Okay.
imagine if they were selling cotton candy, but this cotton candy was dropped a few times and then put back on the rack to sell.
It's
Or it was the cotton candy that didn't sell at the Del Mar Fair from 6 months ago.
It's
But
falling
they're
off the little paper
Yeah,
cone.
they're reusing it up there at the Stockton, San Joaquin County Fair.
They've got tape sticking it on the cone.
Bro, it's that bad, right? So we're walking along and I see this sign. And it said concert tonight because they always do free concerts at the fairs, right?
Oh, was this the?
So I'm like, what the fuck what kind of concert are they gonna have? And I look and I see the sign, Bad Company.
Yeah. That
I'm
was
like,
a bad
they're gonna have a
company.
tribute band or something. Bad Company. No, they had fucking Bad Company there. I'm like, if these inbred motherfuckers were just like slightly normal, they weren't on the respirator for a couple too many huffs at the hospital when they were born. These fuckers would know that this is really fucking Bad Company. And Kathy didn't know who they were, and then she started hearing the songs,
And she goes, wait a
and
minute.
she's like, "Oh my God, they had that song and that song and that song.
No,
they had like
that's
all these
them.
#1 hits."
Yeah.
And I'm like, even better, it's not a cover band. It's fucking them, right? So we're waiting for this concert to start, and I'm like, I keep telling her, there's no way it's gonna be Bad Company for real. And so they do show up, but in the meantime, we're sitting there waiting, and we're like one of the first ones there. We had enough walk in, and we didn't really want to walk around and discover any more fucking heinous things. So we're like, if we just stay right here, we can only be exposed to so much. Let's not move around.
Right.
So we're sitting on the bleachers, and people start filing in, and me being the people noticer person, right? I'm seeing all these people walk in, and I'm like, oh my God, look. And Kathy's like, stop. I'm like, no, look, don't point at him, fucker. Look at him. And they got like the fucking tank top with the fanny pack and the shorts with the striped socks with the thick glasses, the Coke bottle glasses. Like, you're like, how in the fuck do you see out of those things?
Right.
And then he's walking along holding hands with which looks like his sister, probably was. But yeah. And they're filing in, sitting down for the concert. And then it was like one couple, one family trumped the next family. It was like the uglier followed by the uglier and the uglier and the uglier. And it just kept on getting worse and worse. And me, I'm just sitting there like this. Like I'm on the edge of my seat like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so just to bring it.
And Kathy's like, please stop. I'm like, look. They can hear you. Look. Oh my God. Like, I didn't even know that fucking existed.
Oh my God.
Are they real? Touch them. Touch them. Look, are they real?
And they go,
holy fuck, look at that. Look. And it was so bad, like I couldn't even look directly at it because I was afraid that some fucking thing was going to jump out of their face and grab me.
Oh my God.
So I'm like this looking, I'm like this out of the corner of my eye. And she's like, you're starting to look like one of them. And I'm looking out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, look. It's fucking awful. Look. And so she's like, oh my God, can you please stop? I'm like, oh my God, this is like, do you ever wonder what crawled out from under a rock? It's here. They're here.
So with that being said,
traumatic experience.
Bad Company is playing at the Hard Rock on Friday night.
Where? San Diego?
No, the Hard Rock in LA.
In LA?
Yeah. But they will be in San Diego at Paula in June.
Paula?
Yeah, Paula.
Paula.
They're going to be in Paula at June. So if you love if you want some
you know
Bad
what?
Company,
I would actually consider going and seeing that show.
I would go see
It was
it
pretty
other place
fucking good, bro.
than Paula.
Why? Because that concert's going to turn into a $5,000 concert?
$5,000.
Like, oh, you know what? I love the casinos. You know why?
They aren't awesome.
Because they give me free food.
Yeah. You know.
Oh, really? They do? How much did you lose? We probably lost about $3,000.
Going
so
to
you
see
just had a $3,000 cheeseburger. How'd it taste?
How'd it taste? Going to see them in LA, $65 tickets. Going to see them at Paula, $144 tickets.
Well, yeah. Duh.
I'll go drive out a couple miles and save $80. How about that? How about that? Meet me outside. How about that?
Hey, you could probably go to East County and just turn on their on Pandora, play their whole album, and just drive around. You'd be like, "Fuck, they're there."
That's there. They're there.
Hey, what's that town in East County? You know the fucking.
Not Lancaster. I want to say Lancaster.
I'm just saying the white trash tend to live together.
El Cajun.
No, up to 52 from there.
Oh, Alpine. No,
Alpine's out by VS. Going up right there, it starts with an S, I think.
Oh,
whatever. It's not that important.
Got lost there. Sorry about that, folks.
We got lost in the excitement.
Oh,
all right, so
some
it's Wednesday.
Bad Company.
Yeah, Wednesday. I would tell all your friends. I would plan on the show starting somewhere closer to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Right. So we're on prime time, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Tell your friends, tune in. If they missed it, if like you're watching the show right now and you're like, fuck, that was pretty funny.
Like this, it was funny.
Yeah. Tell your friends that you can go on and just go on your browser, type in Pelon and Chubby in your browser, and it's going to pull up every platform available to mankind.
iTunes.
And we're on there. Whatever your flavor is, whatever you prefer, whoever you want to support, go on there.
Spotify.
And tell your friends to go check it out. Pelon and Chubby is taking
over
the country by storm.
Over the world.
The world, yeah.
Swiss is, I don't know what the people in Sweden are doing, man, but they're listening to some Pelon and Chubby.
So tell your friends if you want to watch the live behind the scenes recording, what you see on Facebook Live. Tell your friends to tune in. And you fuckers need to get a little more active with your participation in the show.
Hi.
You can type in and we can see it, and then we can play. Yeah, so just, think about that
we care.
throughout the week while you're at your work job place.
See if I can stump them. Let's see if I can come up with something and throw them off.
Just think about it. How can I be a little more active on the Pelon and Chubby show? And we'll have some fun. So that's a little homework for y'all. And
you've been warned. I mean, you've been instructed.
If you enjoyed the show, please share alike. That's the only way we're going to make it. Share, and then share some more. When you think you've shared enough, you haven't.
Yeah.
Share more. So that's about all we got for this week.
If you came to see me, make sure you tag.
There you go.
Hashtag.
Right.
They call me Chubby.
And tell us what you think. Send a little note like, hey, I really enjoyed the show, or you guys suck balls. You'd be better off sitting in your room, in the corner of your room, and sucking a big bag of donkey dicks. You'd be much better off spending your time doing that than on the air. Because nobody gives a fuck what you're saying, what you think.
Ouch.
So let us know.
Shit.
What?
UNC beat Duke 88-72.
There you go. Coach K sucks. All right, so thanks for joining in. Thanks for participating
I'm
or not.
I'm going to take that personal.
And we'll see you next Wednesday. And it's been a pleasure bringing you all this nonsense. And hope you'll tune in next week. Until then,
we'll be right here.
Get out there and get it in when you can. See ya.
Good night, everybody.